Hey, what's going on, everyone? I just wanted to share this new EASHL Rocket League hybrid concept I came up with. Now, this would not be something for NHL 18 or maybe even the next year, who knows. This is way too late in the development cycle to add something as big as this into the game, but this was very popular on Twitter, so I wanted to make sure I shared it with you guys because I have a larger following on YouTube as well. So if you're wondering, this video is just going to be this picture, and I'm just going to highlight specific areas in it. So if you just want to listen, go ahead and minimize the window right now and just listen to me talk. Anyway, so let's get right into this concept. So you can see it's just an ESHL matchup screen, 6 versus 6. And immediately you'll notice that each player has a little Rocket League icon next to them. This is basically where the concept comes from, because I think the Rocket League icons are much more visually, aesthetically pleasing compared to other games. Makes it more rewarding in my mind when the icon looks good to try and achieve it. You really do want to achieve that Grand Champion rank over the Diamond rank. So each individual player rank, you can see down the right side on check 6, everyone's pretty much a Grand Champion except for a couple guys, and down the left we got Diamonds. Tactics is unranked because he's a bum, and Yui's a bronze or gold goalie or whatever. Anyway, it doesn't matter. He's probably wearing Tactics' poor defense. It's not his fault. Anyway, these things are attached to CR, and if you don't know what CR is, it's your competitive rating. Competitive rating right now in the game, you can see it after games and stuff. It goes up and down based on what type of players you're beating and what type of teams you're losing to. It just all depends on, it factors into matchmaking. So, that being said, these icons are attached to your CR, which means you can gain rank like you would in Rocket League, and you can lose rank, which is very important. Because right now in AHL we have ranks, and you can get that little gold coin for level, like Prestige 3, level 50 or whatever it is. But it's just a grind. Like, you don't ever lose rank. There's no reason, like, if you don't care about it, then there's no reason to go get it. And I don't think a lot of people care about it. There should be an icon that shows where your CR's at. That way it can show everyone how good you are, and it can also show that, hey, this guy just lost rank. Like, it'll make you want to keep it up. Next, we'll go down to the team section here, and you'll see that it says Season 3 record, and it shows the team's record, the rank for that season, best finish in a previous season, and as you'll see on the right, it says Season 1 champions down there next to check 6. This this would be competitive seasons. I took this right from HUT and applied it to ESHL. I really like competitive seasons because, again, you can gain and lose rank. I think that's super important. One thing I should bring up here is that competitive seasons would only be 6v6, you couldn't search without 6 and a human goalie, or 3v3 or 4v4 or whatever it is for the new 3-on-3 mode. Someone brought this up on Twitter, and it's a very, very good point. Showing a team's record in the matchup screen is going to make people back out. As we know, in HUT competitive seasons, people do whatever it takes to win, whether it's by not playing the game. So when people see each other's records, they're going to want to back out. Now, in my mind, ESHL competitive 6s in competitive seasons, I mean, there's not that many teams. You're going to match up with the same team over and over again. So showing Jam's record isn't really going to change your mind whether you want to play them, because after you play them once, you realize it's going to be a disaster anyway. They're going to beat you 6-0, and then the next time you match them, you just back out. So I think it would be cool to show the record. If we can't get around the problem of having a backout penalty, then maybe show it in the loading screen. But still, again, I get your point. It's going to cause problems, but I think it's very important to have, because you need to have something to show off, like visually. I think that's very important. If you're not going to have end-year tournaments and stuff like that, something like this just needs to be there where you're rewarded in-game with visuals and information at least. End-year tournaments would be awesome, and I'm not saying they're not happening. I just don't know what the plan is there. I'd like for it to happen. But in the meantime, having something like this is really cool. So if we had a backout penalty, the only thing that's wrong with that is there's so much there's lag outs and matchmaking. Just not everyone makes it in sometimes. So it could be an issue. And it's completely 100% the game's fault that it doesn't work as intended, but there would need to be some way around that, people backing out when they're seeing the records and stuff like that. So if you have any ideas for that, I'd love to hear it. Anything for this. So let's move on from that. Again, though, I think it's very important. Like, you gotta wear that title, like Season 1 champions. It doesn't even have to be a title. It could be a cool picture. It could be like a ring. It could be a patch on your jersey. It could be something cool. Anything like that would be awesome. Let's move to the right here, and you'll see the team icons. Now, Czech 6 is ranked as a grand champion according to Rocket League, and Public 6 is over here as a diamond. Now, here is the difference between the team ranks and the player ranks. The team ranks are completely based on your competitive season rank. So if in Season 3 you're ranked 121st, I doubt you would be a diamond, but you would probably be, I don't even think there would be 126 as teams, but you would be a bronze or whatever. But as you gained rank, obviously, your icon would change to match that, and if you lost a couple games, your rank icon would go down to a different one. Again, though, the important thing is that these things look great. They don't have to be within like a hockey theme. They could be something else. It could, I don't know. It could be a golden puck. It could be, I didn't really like the rings. They didn't do anything for me when we had those player ranks as rings. So, and the icons we have right now are okay, but like still like it doesn't fire me up like these Rocket League icons always do. So that's why I use them. Anyway, importance there, again, in this section, the team rank can be gained and lost. As long as you have a cool icon to go with it, I think people would at least, enjoy it a little bit. Next, let's move to, let's move to the right side. On the players, you'll see they have little special icons. There's the little crosshair and the goat that looks like a donkey. I'm not going to lie. I just grabbed a picture of a goat, colored it gold, and threw it on there. And then we have the Cheevers goalie mask down there. So what these icons would be, they would represent the top scorer, the top points getter, and this one actually in my concept for the goalie, it signifies that it's the goalie who's faced the most shots. So you wouldn't necessarily have the best save percentage or goals against average for this icon. It'd be the most shots. You would have those other icons to represent that, but I just wanted to show something different. I thought it was funny. The mask has got the scars on it. Like, this goalie's wearing a lot of shots. It's not his fault. His stats suck. That type of deal. Anyway, so the sniper obviously represents the top scorer in that competitive season. And again, it doesn't have to be the absolute #1 scorer, although I think that helps, but maybe it could be the top 1% or something like that. It just depends how many Sixes players there are. And then the GOAT, I think, was either plus minus or total points. Nuge would definitely not have that. Someone suggested the little poop emoji for Nuge. I like Nuge. He can have the GOAT. Anyway, again, these things can be gained and lost, obviously, depending on your stats and how someone's coming after you. And it creates like a scoring race in the league, or like a points race. I think that's pretty cool, within the game. Like, you pop into the game, you're like, oh man, look at that. Like, this guy's a leading sniper, we better watch out. Or I just think that would be awesome to give players some recognition for what they've done. And it would keep people playing the game because they don't want to lose that. I don't want to lose that GOAT icon. I don't want to lose that mask icon, Like, I'm sure people would find a way to boost it, but still at the same time, it's kind of hard in like 6v6. I don't know. Anyway, moving on to the next part in the center. This may have gone unnoticed on Twitter, but there is the red 510 for the height and the green 215 for the weight. And then you'll see down at the attributes, reflexes has a green boost, and athletic has a red little nerf. So I don't know why you would ever want to make your goalie 5'10". Obviously, you wouldn't, and weight never really has an effect, but this is just a concept that you would sacrifice some height, make him 5'10", make him a little heavier, and it's a little boost. You give and take some. It just adds a little flavor to the classes. Down to the attributes, you see reflexes. And you can see down in the little boost section and the nerf sections, I boosted glove high, glove low, stick high, and stick low. And it gave my little reflexes slider a little green boost. And then I sacrificed athletic for those. I sacrificed speed and vision, which in my mind kind of works out. But, you know, there's be different ways to balance that. It doesn't matter. I was just kind of giving a concept. There would maybe, I don't think you necessarily need to show off that minor boosts on the player classes for everyone to see. I mean, like both teams to see. I don't think that is that significant that other teams are going to be like, oh, okay, I want to know like what this guy's boosts are. No, just 2-way forward, it's fine. Because the boosts are only going to be like +5s or whatever. And that's it for this concept, guys. Let me know what you think. It was super popular on Twitter, and again, I just wanted to share it with you. If you have any ideas to expand on it, change it, whatever you want, throw it in the comments. I'll gladly read all the comments and respond to the ones I think that are great, or, you know, just bring up good points. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.